My name is Dina Filippelli. I'm a Mohawk from Gunnesadage, and I've been back living on my reserve for over 25 years now, but grew up in Montreal. I mainly work with beads, a little bit with leather and bones. I try to stay with the natural products, but I work a lot with beads, so earrings, necklaces, lanyards, which are keychains.
So how did you get into beading? Like, who taught you? Was there like a story behind it, a reason, behind why you started beading?
I've always been a crafty person. My mother was crafty as well, but she was more into like sewing and putting pictures together on boards and
nice.
like almost kind of like Mod Podge things. But I started sewing like around the age of 11, and I've always done craft sales. So I was doing a lot of dream catchers, and then I started adding beads in there. And it's just actually recently, maybe about 2 years ago, I started more with the earrings, the full-on earrings like that, because before I was just doing the ones with the dream catchers and just a tiny bit of beadwork. Yeah, beadwork. So for beading, I didn't have anybody really. Nobody in my family, nobody in my family beads. They're all sewers, quilters. So I learned on YouTube.
So you watched the videos?
YouTube, yeah, and just trying it out. Going to the store where they sell the products and following directions and trying it out and just trying different things. Getting into groups, now I'm recently getting into groups on Facebook, and people want to help. They'll give tutorials, and I like that. It's like to share the knowledge and keep the culture going. Yeah.
Do you ever try to like share the knowledge that you've received with other people? Like, do you think that that's important, the transmission of knowledge from one person to another?
Oh, for sure. It's like. I think it's because I didn't have as much people around me to show me how to do that.
To teach you, yeah.
Yeah, to teach me and pass down this culture that I want to help out whenever I can. It's
for like, other people.
Yeah. So sometimes I'll do little tutorials. They want to see like how to wrap a lanyard like this. It's a beaded lanyard. You put it around your neck, and you have your keychain. So it's like people don't know how to start it, how do you do the middle?
Right.
It's you have to think about like you have to keep a certain amount of cord before you start to finish.
To be able to do the loop at the end.
Exactly,
Yeah.
So, so a lot of people are like, oh, I want to try that, but I'm so scared. I'm like, it's super easy. It's just you need to get the technique down.
It takes time to get the actual technique, but once you're...
Yeah, exactly.
Once you got it, you're good.
So like I've brought it up to the point where I'm now going to be opening up my own business. I got approved from federal funding for Indigenous women.
You're, one would say, like a cultural entrepreneur. You're bringing, something that is from your culture, from your people, and you're creating it to be able to sell, to share with more people. How has that, like, affected your life, or just in general affected you as a person? Like, it's a huge question, but like just...
I've been in it like for a while. Like it's hard to get going, from your business plan. It's a lot of details, and there's not a super lot of help out there to get like, okay, well, you want to open your own business. Here's a checklist for you. You need to get this, you need to get that, and so it wasn't really, it was just like a search on your own kind of thing, and you had a little bit of help. We have help from the Economical Development Department, but it was a lot of process that I had to do on my own, and not having studied how to make a business plan, it was difficult.
Difficult for sure.
Yeah, until I was able to find a company to help me with that. it went well, after that, but it's very busy. I have orders at the same time, and so it's
Just a
exciting.
lot going on. Yeah.
It's exciting, but you have to multitask,
Yeah.
but in the end, it's going to pay off, I'm going to be holding workshops. For now, it's Zoom workshops. I sell beading supplies, so any kind of bead, thread, needles, rings to make dream catchers,
Okay.
beading pads, the center gems like that. I have that. I have the crow beads like this, and the bones. This is moose and or deer bone.
Bone.
Yeah, and so I have all this that's going to be available in the store, as well as already crafted arts and crafts.
Okay, so you have not only supplies where other people can make their own, you have your own work.
Yeah.
As well, so you're combining the two.
Well, I'm going to be also, because I won't be able to supply the whole store,
Yeah,
what I mean?
for sure.
So I want to encourage people around, crafters, other reserves. You want to sell your stuff, I can take it on consignment or buy it straight out.
Okay.
And I'm going to be selling it like that. So it's going to encourage other economical development in my community, in other communities, for the parent that stays at home, and they can make a craft while they're there, and then they can sell sell it in my
for
store,
sure.
and it'll help me, it'll help them, and everybody will be happy all the way around.
Now you're bringing more economic development to communities, as well as your own. Was that something you always wanted to do, or did you just kind of think of that once your business?
Well, I've always wanted to. I know from being small, I always wanted to own something. It's like
Okay.
a bossy person. No, I just like I like the fact that I can make my future.
Yeah.
Like I don't have a job. Well, I have beads. I'm gonna make something,
You're
and I'm
gonna
gonna
do
sell
something.
it.
For
Because
sure.
it's nonstop orders. I don't have a problem selling my stuff, and so it's it's self-sufficient. I don't have to depend on anybody to pay my bills.
Yeah, and now you're giving that opportunity
Right.
to other individuals, which I think
Yeah.
that's something that you don't see often. You
Yeah.
know, what's the most important message from your artwork that you want to share?
Whew. Pressure.
Just anything, honestly.
One.
What do you want something to stick with people?
I would just say, if do something you really like doing, and it's I've gone through rocky road, and it's coming.
Perfect. Thanks so much for sharing with us.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you.